Okay. So the way that people travel has changed greatly from time to time. However, the suitcase hasn't changed much. At the left of the picture is the first suitcase that is known to invent it. It's invented in Palestine, and it's used for weapon cart. And then on the right is a man going for a business trip. As you can see, the interaction of the suitcase is basically the same. They all have the wheels, a handle, and then the case part. So the problem that I want to solve is how to improve the suitcase to meet the need for today's sophisticated commuters and travelers and make their travel experience more enjoyable. So then I look into the journey map of people dealing with their suitcase. After interviewing some people, I did some interviewing in the airplane and then on the subway, on the blue line, which is good because people are like stuck, so I can catch them there. Yeah, so the luggage that receive most complaints are the check-ins, so are the checked luggage. So that is the areas that I want to focus right now. So packing is always the first step to everything. However, the first problem that I noticed that people have very different choice and preference in how they pack their luggage. For example, people have different habits in using compartment bags. I have a quote saying from somebody, from Erin, saying, I always keep small things into the compartment bags because it's out of the way and the things won't get lost at the bottom of the suitcase. However, on the other side, there are some people that hate compartment bags, saying I never use compartment bags, and I think they just take too much space. And the next is weight limit, because for checked luggage, you always have a 50 pounds weight limit for most airlines. And then if you've gone over that, you have an overweight fee. So the next stage is commute to airport. For checked luggage, this is because they're usually heavy and bulky, so it's hard to maneuver. And then the next thing is the peace in mind, because at the shuttle or train, sometimes your luggage is not with you. So this is the time that you need to know that your luggage is still there. So that peace of mind. Peace of mind is also needed for when you lost your luggage. So I interviewed some people who lost their luggage before. There's one guy from UIUC who took the airplane like 1 month earlier, and she said that her luggage is taken by someone else because they have the same suitcase. It looks the same, but they don't know where the suitcase goes. So they need to wait for 1 month for the airline to find out. So last but not least is the outlet access. So when you're traveling, it's hard to find an outlet for all your small gadgets, as well as you don't have time to wait for all those to be charged. And with that in mind, I would like to introduce Dash.
Tour the world or go into that important business trip. A good suitcase will help you comfortably get to where you're going, regardless of where that is. Introducing Dash, a smart suitcase that changes your experience with travel. Every trip starts with packing. The suitcase detachable compartment bags give you maximum flexibility to organize your luggage. The bag can be easily removed or stick on any surface inside the suitcase. This protects your item from moving even when your suitcase is not full. To avoid paying overweight fee, simply pull the handle after you're packed up, and the built-in weight scale will tell you the exact weight of your luggage. Travel is fun, but dragging a heavy suitcase along the way is not. With the innovative self-driving function, you can control your suitcase just by clicking a button and turning the handle. No matter if you're commuting to the airport or dashing along endless terminal way, this can save you a lot of effort and makes your travel much more enjoyable. A trip to you is also an adventure to your suitcase. Lots of things can happen, like being sent to another flight or being kidnapped by strangers. With a built-in GPS tracker which is linked to your phone, Dash will alert you if you ever leave it behind. And if it's ever lost, you'll be able to track its location. Life is too short to look for outlets. Dash can recharge your electronic devices on the go and can be used as a charging station for all your electronic devices, so you can never left your charger at a hotel. Dash is packed with smart features that will make your traveling stress-free. Dash makes travel a new experience.
So, yeah, so as shown, Dash have like 5 major features: a manually self-driving, a manually controlled self-driving for ease of maneuver, customized compartment bag system for content organized, a built-in weight scale to avoid overweight fee, a GPS tracker for peace of mind, and a gadget charging for charging on the go. So now I want to talk a little about the evolution of these features. So before I come up with this concept, I look into the mechanism of the current suitcase. I found that if you want to move or turn the suitcase, you always like turn the handle, and the handle is connected to the case part of the suitcase and then connects to the wheel. So like every time you want to turn, you need to turn the whole case instead of just the wheels. So I'm thinking if there's a way that you could just use the handle to control the wheels directly, and then you don't need to control the whole suitcase. So basically like a bicycle, like you turn the handle and the wheels just turns. And the another concept that I thought of is a suitcase that follows you. And I later found that someone already doing this, and it's called Hop. But later on, I found that if at a busy international airport, every suitcase want to follow their user, it would be quite a chaos. So Dash, and then I came up with the idea. Dash is like a combination of these two. So it gives you a control. You can control using the handle, but it still have power, so you don't. It's still like self-driving. And then with this concept, I quickly moved to rapid prototyping using foam core. And then after that, I came up with this second version, which is the current suitcase that I have. I took the motors from a remote control car. As on the picture on the left, you can see how it mounted as the base part of the suitcase, and the top part is the foam. And yeah. So after that, after testing this prototype, one problem that I found is that people are using either hands to control their suitcase. Sometimes they use their left hand and then they switch to their right hand. So the motors needs to go like both directions. The case needs to go both directions. So that's why I changed to 3D printed this handle. As you can see, it got 2 holes on both sides. So it just for 2 buttons, it just let the motor know which side to go. But for people, it's like the same. And then the other problem that I found is that things, they're pretty close. So when you touch one button, you might accidentally hit the other. So that's why I came up with like a seesaw structure. So it's the left piece that will cover the buttons. So every time you press the other one, that other one will lift up a little bit just to prevent from hitting the other one button. And that's it. So Dash, a new travel experience.